All right, Shalom Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachakodash. Also, I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught us this truth, and peace and salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect. Back at it through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Shai. Came across this short, and hey, it's spiritual, man. It says men can wake up at 2 a.m. Oh, Salakia. Men can stay up until 2 a.m., wake up at 6 a.m., be in debt, broke, and alone, yet still have faith that one day everything will work out. Now, what this means to say is that a man of the Lord's hopeful elect, all right, can stay up until 2, go to work on a plantation at 6, still, be in debt, broke, not have a wife or a helpmeet, but still have faith in Yahweh Bahashem and Hawashah that he's going to endure to the end and be rewarded, man. So I had came across this story and I thought it was spiritual, man. But again, not just any man, of course. It's two things happening here. You got to be a man of the Lord and you have to have that faith, man. All right. And we'll bring out a couple precepts and that'll be it through the spirit of Payah Bahashem Hawashah. This is Hebrews 11 and we'll start at verse 1. And this is the quote-unquote definition of faith, if you will. All right, now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Just like in that short, brother going through it, and we're all going through that on certain levels. Some brothers more than others, all right, but we're all going through that experience, through the spirit, giving diligence, and being, consistent while having to be in this wicked kingdom, having to go to the plantation and work, having to deal with families. If brother had that, paying those bills, not having a lot because we didn't sell our souls and things. Now the Lord give us food that's sufficient for us. He gives us our daily bread, but we are doing that. Brothers do be up all night, I'm not saying, necessarily stress. It be seasons where you be stressed out more than others, but hey, brothers be up serving the Lord, man, a lot of the times, man, and then get right back up, go to the plantation, all right, and then come right home after the plantation and what? Serving Yahweh Shema Shah, doing epistles, praying, fasting, sacrificing, enduring like a good soldier. All right. So that's the whole point. All right. We don't see, certain things, but we truly have faith, and that is a gift. And I'll bring that out, man. But you have to have faith that everything is going to work out, man. All right. And it starts with fear of the Lord, man. All right. You fear Yahweh Shema Shah, he's going to place that wisdom, upon you, and you're going to be able to navigate through all this bullshit that is the earth, man, that is Babylon the Great for us that are here in Babylon the Great. All right, we're going to go down to verse 6. But without faith, it is impossible to please him. Who? Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. All right. For he that cometh to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. And remember what the scriptures speak about, giving thy diligence to make your calling and election sure. Whatever your lot is, if you feel like you believe in the God of the Bible and you want to make it, there's going to be a certain diligence, whether you're man, woman, or child. All right. That the Lord is going to place upon you to give, man. All right. And that word rewarder, man. Hey, there's a reward for having that faith. All right. And we've touched on some of the things that we know we're going to be rewarded with. New bodies. Do we know what those new bodies really look like? Oh no, it's going to, and we want to keep it that way. We want to be pleasantly surprised, right? All right. But that's a part of it, receiving those new bodies and getting out of these chains of darkness, which are these fleshly bodies. All right, the dominion, the spiritual power, a beauty, a never having to smell in our kingdom any type of stench, man. Things like that, man. Things that we know. And there's a plethora, the planets, right? Finna see what that's all about, what those rings around those planets are for, and things like that. All that will be opened up unto us once we make it through this next phase here. But we have to keep our faith and endure to the end. All right, we shall be rewarded for that faith. And of course, faith and works go hand in hand. That faith is going to produce a certain action. Again, everyone isn't a teacher, everyone isn't a prophet of the nation of Israel, but everyone has, their quote unquote job to do. Women, hey, you're supposed to be helping your man of Yahweh Bahashem and Yahweh Shai until you get to that point. Hey, paying tithes, all right, just being a humble, meek, quiet woman, all right, and ultimately just praying to the Lord to get you to your position so you can do your thing. Hey, make no mistake about it. Hey, the Lord is putting a spirit upon us to uplift you decent sisters out there. You sisters of the hopeful elect. You know, we get on your wicked sisters all day, all night, but hey, may you sisters continue in the fear of Yahweh Shema Shai, and you finna be rewarded too greatly. All right, you gonna look better than these whack ass females. Cardi B, oh man, they've been plastering Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion just all in our face with that fake ass shit they got going on. Clay, I don't know, Clay look like I seen that shit in morning. That nigga look so crazy in that car with Shawty. He just look. I mean, just that. He just look so simple. He look like a what they call it, like Megan his handler or something, man. But that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. But just to uplift the sisters, man. Yeah, y'all gonna be rewarded too for holding it down, coming out of that wickedness, man. Coming out of that whoredom, coming out of that haughtiness, like your sisters, man. Don't remain in that, and you'll be rewarded too. But we have to go through that process. All right, let's go to the book of First Peter, 4 and verse 12. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. So, hey, the Lord taught us this. When we come to serve the Lord, prepare for temptation. We're gonna go through things. This is not easy. All right. There's gonna be, the Lord is gonna place evil upon us as well as good, man. He gonna let people falsely accuse us. He gonna let people possibly put their hands on us. All type of shit. He gonna let our baby mamas go crazy. He gonna let Eve get off and talk her shit. But we have to keep our integrity. Okay, keep our faith and keep on serving Yahweh Shem Shai, knowing that if we endure these things, knowing that we're not greater than the master, we're servants to Yahweh Shai. He went through a lot worse than what we went through. All right, so we have to endure that. All right, and we have to know what we're a part of. So again, verse 13, but rejoice in so much as ye are partakers of Hamashiach suffering. There it is, man. If the Lord suffer, damn it, we're gonna suffer too, man. All right. That when his glory shall be revealed, during that second coming, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. Sure, we'll be frightened for a little bit, but if we get beamed up, we know we done made it, and we're gonna be rejoicing, with Yahweh Shai, man. All right. And chime in on that. If ye be reproached for the name Hamashiach, happy are ye. All right. For the spirit of glory and of Yahweh resteth upon you. That's a beautiful thing to be corrected now. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashemah Shah, we're correcting. We're being corrected now. We're being chastened. We're being judged now. All right. So we can get our stuff together. 2/3 of the nation of Israel, they finna catch it all the way through this great tribulation, man. Every freaking day they're gonna be in dire straits, man. All right. On their part, he is evil spoken of, man. But on your part, he is glorified. Yeah, that's everybody that don't serve Yahweh Bashem Shah. They'll call upon the idol, but the true God, Yahweh, and his only begotten son, Yahweh Shah, they hate him. They hate him, and they hate us, man. And they speak evil of Yahweh, Yahweh Shah, and they're starting to speak evil against his prophets, all right, and the helpers of the prophets, and the believers of the prophets. Yeah, you guys are in it too. Don't think the persecution is just coming to the men that you see out on highways and byways. Oh, no, no, no. All right, we're all going to be up against it, man. All right. But the whole point is just knowing what we're a part of. Temptation is going to come. Trials are going to come. But if we overcome, we shall be rewarded greatly, beyond our wildest imaginations, man. Isaiah 13 and verse 12. I will make a man. Remember, that's how we started this epistle through the Spirit, talking about that man of the Lord that has to stay up, in his own head without no family, and still serve the Lord and still have the faith that everything gonna be okay. And not trying to boast, but like me, man, through the Spirit, it's been a while since I was able to pay my mortgage. I'm fine. You know what I mean? The Lord working it out. I ain't scared as long as I know I put Yahweh Shema Shah first. And man, I ain't scared about no bill paying. See that our people, that's all they care about is money and getting them bills paid, man. They ain't caring about serving the Lord. The Lord will take care of that, and the Lord will restore all these things, man. I'm not saying it's a wise thing what I got going on, but it just happened like that. All right, just being true. But hey, your boy still up here, ain't no issue, and I ain't paid these folks. I was able to pay it like just a couple days ago through the spirit, but you know what I mean. Like I ain't worried. Like I'll pay them when I can pay them, man. You know what I'm saying? Through the spirit of power, Yahweh Bahashim Shah. I'll pay you guys when I can pay you, but you better be keeping your faith, because if you ain't got no faith and you ain't got no works combined with that faith, you gonna get ate up. You're not gonna have faith that everything gonna be all right. You're gonna be up at 2 in the morning, have to go to work, but not have the faith to be rewarded for it. All right. And your ass is probably gonna lose your house. You know what I'm saying? Now we all gonna, come out our dwelling places before it's all said and done. But hey, the Lord can speed up things, man. If you ain't serving it, He can make things a lot more intense. So of course we pray that our flight be not in winter. If you know, you know. Okay. If you even know what that means, all right, that's what we do. We pray our flight be not in winter, because we know it's a flight coming. Mm-hmm. All right, got a couple more. See, Isaiah, book of Zechariah. Zechariah 13 and verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, all right, the entire earth, said the Lord Yahweh, 2 parts therein shall be cut off. This is the 2/3 of the nation of Israel that's going to be cut off and die, okay? But the third shall be left therein. So when we say the 1/3, the 2/3, all right, this is the precept for that, all right? We believe, I think 2/3 is like 66%. I think it's 66.6 maybe. Isn't that something? I definitely know it's 66, I think, percent of the people, you so-called blacks, so-called Latinos, and so-called Native Americans, man. 66% is going to be cut off, not going to receive the warning from Yahweh Shema Shah, and they're going to be cut off and they're going to perish all throughout this great tribulation. But that 1/3 is going to make it. Verse 9, and I will bring the third part through, not around, all right, through that fire, and refine them as silver is refined. And I will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. And we're doing that now. Hell, we're being tried now. We're having to endure being amongst all this wickedness, not getting the reverence from people, knowing who we really are, who we believe ourselves to be through the Spirit. They're talking about us. The women not really checking for us because they like worldly niggas. All right, so they can't see to strengthen us just yet. So we're having to endure all these things and continue to call upon Yahweh Hashem Shah, and we're doing that through the Spirit. And guess what? The Lord is hearing us. All right. So you see prophecy kind of pass. The days are speeding up. All right. And we're getting ready to go to the next phase. All this talking that we're doing through the Spirit is about to be done with. And we're finna go to the physical phase of this thing. I hope everybody ready. I hope we ready. You know what I mean? I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, Yahweh. All right, Bahashem Yahweh Shah is my God. We're saying that now. We're proclaiming our power amongst these heathens, man, amongst the 2/3 who they wicked. All right, and then we'll leave it off at Ecclesiasticus chapter 2 and verse 1. My son, there it is. If thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make no haste in time of trouble. We saw that time of trouble before it really got crazy. So we was able to hide ourselves in the name Yahweh Shai, right? The name of the Lord is a strong tower. All right. Verse 3, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. That good increase, man, that great increase, man, making it endured and receiving the promise. Right? If you know about quote unquote the promise. Okay. Verse 4, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take thee cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. Going through it now. When we all came into this truth, we all went through it, man. However, we went through, a lot of brothers went through a lot of pain with their family when we tried to tell them about the truth. Some brothers have been kicked out the house, and some relationships have not been motherfucking restored 100%, and it ain't gonna be restored into the kingdom, because we were chosen, Lord willing, to serve Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah, and possibly those clowns that we think are of our family, it is what it is, they wasn't. All right. And I speak that because I experienced that. I experienced that for you, Akim, that have parents and wife, children. If you never experienced the Lord putting the Spirit on them to go against you, I've warned you, brothers, through the Spirit that the Lord has given me through some of those epistles, where I have opened up my heart and testified on the spirit that the Lord can put upon your own family. Is the Lord a man that he shall lie? What did he say? Did he say, your foes was going to be of your own family? Absolutely. If you ain't experienced, you just stand the hell by, my guy. You just stand by. And we're warning you, it ain't going to be pretty and it's going to hurt. You're going to think these motherfuckers crazy. You know what I mean? You're going to see it in their eyes with the gift of discernment. All right? And it's going to blow your mind. Prepare for this, man. Prepare. Now, we want to pray that our family do make it. Don't get it twisted. We're not demons. We're not dictators and things like that and wickedness, but man, we just able just to see what it is, man. We know truly everybody ain't gonna make it, and 9 times out of 10, if your ass is just mocking the name of the Lord, which my father has done that, my earthly father, and he's been dealt with because of that shit, man. Like, if you ain't, like, come on, man. It was bad, bro. And my mother, like, she's going through it right now for all that haughtiness. It just continues and continues and continues. And, I'm merciful and I'm merciful. And then they continue and continue and then observe all these pagan holidays. And, they just got spirits on them. And I know what's up, man. Y'all ain't got those spirits off of you. My dad and my mama, y'all ain't prayed and fasted in the name Yahweh Shai. So whatever spirits you got, they gonna stay. I was able to pray and fast, through this thing. So I'm able to see clearly. Me and my parents, boy, we and I try. Don't get it twisted, man. Nobody wanna like strive to quarrel with their family, man. That's not the goal. One piece. But if they got spirits on them, god damn it, they got spirits on them, pray that my father's eyes be open. But I'm telling you straight up, my father had marked the name of Habuki Cookie. All right, that's what he says. Salakia, but I'm just, that's what he said, through a spirit that he had on him, one night, and he's been dealt with. Now he's still here. All right, but the Lord took everything, lost his job, his wife's sick, all type of shit, man. Don't play, and the curses must had to go up because my dad was wilding out, man. I'm not even trying to get into it, He was doing crazy shit, man, because he got spirits on him. Now, they're supposed to be a man of the Lord. Let him tell it. He got his own church, ladies and gentlemen. Shit like that. And let me leave it out here through the spirit. It's just the spirit, I'm touching on those certain things, man. We got to endure because those fiery trials will come. Maybe the spirit be upon me to, do another lesson about that, or, if not, prepare because it's gonna come, man, that fiery trial. But guess what, man? If we keep our faith, we're going to be rewarded. Matter of fact, I'll leave it off about the gifts, man. We all have these spiritual gifts, and if you don't know, you pray for those, the manifestation of your gifts, man. We'll go 1 Corinthians 12. Very important. And this some people don't care about because they just want money. They don't care about the gift of discernment to be able to discern spirits. Like, okay. 1 Corinthians 12:4. Now there are diversities of gifts, but the same Spirit, and there are differences of administrations, but of the same Lord. And there are diversities of operations, but it is the same God which worketh in all. So yeah, there's different ways that the Lord manifests these different gifts, but every brother should have at least one of these gifts, man. All right, and brothers have multiple gifts, and like I say, there's different operations, the different ways that brothers utilize their gifts, man. It's beautiful and it's mind blowing. All right, 4, check it out, verse 8 or verse 7. But the manifestation, I love that word, manifestation of the Spirit is given to every man to profit withal. All right, for to one is given by the Spirit the word of wisdom. This is a gift, ladies and gentlemen. To be wise is an actual gift from Yahweh Hashem Shai, not that worldly wisdom, mind you. All right, wisdom as it pertains to Yahweh Hashem Shai. To another, knowledge. All right, to actually know things, man, and be knowledgeable of certain subjects pertaining to the Bible. All right, and everything, man, just being knowledgeable. All right, to another, faith. Oh my goodness, and that's one that we all have. Guess what? Some brothers more than others, man. Right, like some brothers can fast through faith like longer. That requires faith. You get past that 3-day mark in which I can testify, not boast, but I have a gift of faith, an extreme amount, and I've went quite some time fasting, but a lot of 7 day fast, man, no food, just water. And I'm not boasting in it. And I'm not saying if I've went more than, that number of completion day that's between Yahweh Shema Shah and myself, but I'm testifying that is a gift that was given to me, Lord willing, by Yahweh Shema Shah of faith. All right. And that's just one operation of that faith, right? The fasting, it requires faith to do that, but there's other manifestation of faith, man. Just like the whole bill paying thing, it takes faith. And if you're not serving the Lord, of course you ain't got no leg to stand on, you ain't got no faith to stand on, and that's gonna manifest, and the Lord gonna really take your shit away if you wicked. All right. To another, or faith by the same spirit, to another the gifts of healing, man. All right. And first and foremost, healing our mind, coming out of this wickedness. But of course there's going to be a physical manifestation of brothers that's going to actually be able to heal physical ailments. All right. To another, the working of miracles. What needs to be said about the miracle? And that's I could be here forever talking about the miracles. That's gonna happen. We're seeing that now. Us waking up. All right. Nobody else would care to call it that, but this is a miracle for us. It may. I like to classify miracles like levels of miracles. Okay. Yeah, sure. But it is a miracle. It may not be like parting the Red Sea. And so you can but to us it's a miracle to wake up, and we're very thankful for it. All right, but again, during Jacob's trouble, the Lord said He was gonna lift up a standard. All right, when the enemy come in like a madman, sparing none, and all this chaos, the Lord is gonna show miracles. All right, all type of miracles for offense and defense, man, and of course the miracles of healing, all going, all together working one body. Prophecy. Where we at? To another miracle. To another prophecy. Wow. Those men out there on the highways and byways, the men that you hear on the internet highways and byways, they have this gift to prophesy, to know what and when these things are taking place in the Bible, knowing who Esau Edom is, who they are, who their power is, where these places are at, or who the nation of Moab is, all these nations, all prophecy. All right, this is a gift. All right, but of course, speaking things before they happen. All right, so the Great Tribulation, the MOTB, these are all prophetic things that were manifested via the gift, all right, of prophecy. It's an actual gift, is what I'm telling you, all right, from the Lord. So you can't do it unless the Lord gives you that gift. Okay. All right. To another, discerning of spirits. Guess what? If you can listen and believe on these prophets, you have this gift. I just realized that you can discern spirits. And now there's levels. When we talked about that operation, there's some brothers have it more. That's another gift that I have. I can tell when you have a wicked spirit upon you. And that's how I was able to discern the spirit was on my father, that night, and still upon him, still upon. They're very haughty. You know what I mean? I won't get into it no more, but this is a gift. If you can listen to the prophets, all right, you have a gift of discernment. You can discern that the brothers of Great Millstone, okay, have the truth, and that the rest of these guys, the purple guys, the all white guys, all right, the guys in the all black, y'all know who they are. You can discern there's something off about them through the spirit of power, Yahweh Hashem Shah. This is a gift. All praise to Yahweh Hashem Shah. I just thought it. Yeah, if you can listen to the prophets, you can discern spirits on a certain level. All praise to Yahweh Hashem Shah, man. All right. To another, diverse kinds of tongues, man. All right, brothers speak in different languages, man. Not that goop shit that we've experienced being in them synagogues with Satan, when they go all that shit, which is just a demon manifesting. But being able to prophesy, and who knows when it's gonna happen. It's brothers that can do that now, that can speak multiple language and prophesy. It's brothers that can sign language and prophesy. All right, but we're going to see the full manifestation of that pretty soon. Ain't no telling where we're going to be in Jacob's trouble. You may be in a place where don't nobody speak this Babylonian shit. You just start speaking in a completely different language. That's going to happen. All right. And this is a gift to be able to do that. All right. To another, the interpretation of tongues. So nobody's going to be speaking a language that you don't understand. Unlike what happens in those synagogues, to say, nobody know what that motherfucking bitch is saying when she out there spazzing out with that demon manifesting. Seen it with my own eyes plenty of times. Macon, Georgia, when I was a kid growing up in Macon. You know what I mean? The so-called House of God church. That's what it would call. Seen it plenty of time. That country ass shit. So glad, man, I ain't there. All right, but where we at? Yeah, to another interpretation of tongues, man. There it is. But all these worketh that one and the self same spirit divided to every man severely as he will. So there it is, man. All right, it's all for the body. And who's the head? Yahweh Shah. He did what he needed to do. He's still dealing with us, allowing us to do what we need to do, man. And he's giving us these gifts to help us along the way. And it's all for the glory of Yahweh Bahashim Shah. Guess what, guys? If we give glory to Yahweh Bahashim Shah through this process, the Lord is going to make the rest of everybody else that didn't do it give glory unto him and us. So with that, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah. Till next time, Shalom.